Hi everybody, do you ever have a situation where somebody says something and you feel angry or you feel frustrated or you feel shamed? Is it something they did or something that we do? Listen up. Well, hi everybody, this is DearMamaSal, and I just wanted to carry on a little bit on the subject that I was talking about in the previous vlog, and that was about how I had experienced a feeling of shame when a specialist got frustrated with me. And the thing that I wanted to make sure that we understand is that people do not do these things to us. And that's what I admitted to the specialist. It is something that we do to ourselves when a certain set of circumstances happen. So let's talk about anger. We get angry when people don't do things our way. Or we get angry when we see injustice. Or we get angry when whatever. But does it make any sense that the external world doesn't do it to us? It is our reaction to what we're seeing or hearing in the external world. They don't do it to us, we do it to ourselves. It is our reaction to what is happening or what we're hearing. So the same thing. It's not that the specialist shamed me. I felt shame, as I explained, when I heard that voice tone, saw that body language, and could relate back to it happening to me once before in my life. And that ended up being a shameful situation previously, so therefore I feel that emotion again. So it's a difficult concept to understand, but something that I do now understand is people don't do it to me. I do it to myself under those circumstances. Now, there are probably people that you know that are incredibly serene. They don't get uptight about very much at all. And the reason is because they don't process the same way. And why don't they? They don't have the same parameters that you do. They haven't lived a life in your shoes. Some of them have learned to be incredibly serene because they've learned to just cut out what other people are doing. They don't let it affect them anymore. And quite honestly, most of the time, I would say I'm in that category. So the question is, why did it affect me today? Or probably yesterday by the time you hear this. But why did it affect me now? Why did this affect me? And the reason was because it was so important to me. And I had this frustration about not totally understanding what I needed to do to make this better. And so the only thing I wanted to come back and explain was this is something that we do to ourselves. So the next time you get angry at somebody, somebody cuts you off when you're driving, if you're doing that. You get angry because they're bad-mannered, but it actually doesn't affect them at all because they can't hear you screaming and shouting at them. They might see the body language, but they don't really care because, they're in a hurry. That's why they cut you off. Think about the logic in that one. So the only person that's really getting up tight is you, and you're doing it to yourself because getting angry with them isn't doing it. Unless you happen to have a cop light on top of your car where you can press a button and hunt him down and arrest them. You get my point. And so the next person that creates that feeling in you, will you take a deep breath and realize whatever you're feeling, you felt it for yourself. They didn't do it. Now, I want to tell you, when you can start doing that, you have grown a great deal. And I was thinking about somebody who wrote to me this in the last week about a boyfriend, or a, maybe boyfriend, potential boyfriend, who suddenly stopped talking to them. And she said to me, but why? And I've learned through experience that asking why isn't really going to help a great deal. Because why, they just did, and anybody that will do that to you is not the person you want in your life. She had seen them online talking to other people, but not talking to her, and she thought they had a thing. So obviously they don't. And then I kept hearing, yes, but why? I need to find out why. Well, that's our need. We actually don't. Our ego needs to find out why. Now, part of you will say, yes, but I want to find out why so I don't do it again. That's the lie we tell ourselves. Because if you didn't do anything wrong, then why would you be changing your behavior? And what we're saying is that we did something wrong in his eyes, he got bored or whatever it was, therefore we must change. No. No. This is not about that. This is not a nice person. And be grateful that you found out now, not 3 months from now or 3 years from now. So take a deep breath. It's a learning moment. And the next time your emotion gets involved, and you'll know that it has, because it starts with I feel frustrated, I feel angry, I feel hurt, I feel whatever. That's because we did it to ourselves. Now you're probably saying, yeah, but then how do I fix that? The first step you take is by understanding that you do it to yourself. And if you keep stopping yourself enough times, if you keep saying, oh, I feel really upset about, you go, oh yeah, I feel really upset about that. It's not about them, it's about me. If you do that enough, you start to get a bit of a sense of humor about it. But every now and then, one of them will catch you, as this one caught me. There was nothing funny about this at that moment, but I can laugh about it now. Just a little bit. But it's taken me about an hour. Okay, onward. Hope that helps some of you understand that. And by the way, it's the reason why we encourage children to talk about what they're feeling and why. Because children don't have the words around a lot of things. So when they get frustrated, angry, when they feel unloved, whatever it is, they just have a little snit. And sometimes it can be a big snit, as you know. And that is why it's so important that we work with them and go, okay, what are you feeling right now? Well, I'm feeling, well, I don't know, I'm just, hang on, let's just talk about it. Are you angry? And is it okay to be angry? We need to teach them it's okay to be angry. We all feel anger at different times. It's how we deal with it that's important. This is DearMamaSal saying, think about that. Bye-bye for now.